There is, and I got a traffic jam to tell you guys about right now. Did you guys hear that? Not only are they making that new Alien film, Alien, whatever, the new Alien Romulus.
Yeah,
There it is.
whatever.
Yeah.
Alien Romulus, everybody.
Yeah.
But now, did you guys hear they're actually making an Alien franchise series?
Yes. Wow.
Well, it's already a franchise. It's already a series, but
Yeah, but, an actual show though, Luke.
An actual show.
okay. Well, that's stupid.
Yeah. So we all say yeah. So actually, I would have disagreed with you because at first I had some little high hopes because I don't know if you guys have ever read the comic series of Alien, and it actually is pretty good. There's actually an alternative story where Hicks and Newt survive, and it kind of continues on without Ripley.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's really
That's
good.
a pretty good one. That's a pretty.
And that's not this though. So that's not this. That's not in this this take. This one is actually going to focus on, believe it or not, it takes place 4 years before Prometheus. So I'm already like,
Oh, good God.
about
The era everybody was really super into. Remember?
Right,
Remember
yeah.
Everybody loved Prometheus.
the
And
classic.
wanted to learn more about what the fuck was going on.
then you're really gonna love this series, Luke, because not only is it 4 years before Prometheus and about 30 years before Ridley Scott's film, unlike the previous film, but it deals with the emergence of Weyland-Yutani Corporation, and it is referred to as the company in the show. So that's basically about it. It seems like it's going to be mostly about the emergence of Weyland-Yutani as a corporation. I automatically cringed at this idea because you know what it made me think of? The Resident Evil show that just came out with Umbrella.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
That one sucked so
That's
bad.
not even. That was so far off the track. But this is
Hated
not
it.
bad.
I hated it so bad, and I was so interested in it
Right.
actually, like in what it was.
of what it was, and then you saw it, and then
Yeah.
I know. It's like I hate when a show makes me watch like at least 3 episodes to be interested because I don't go past 2.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
usually, so it's like if I'm really going to 3 here, you're really forcing my hand to try and like it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, damn it, I don't want to
Right.
watch this.
I was
I was
so
mad.
because the thing is, I was so interested about the idea of the Umbrella Corporation having like a company town.
Because it's
Like-
cool.
Like
Mhm.
it would be like watching it
Cul-de-sac.
before everything gets fucked, and then everything gets crazy and shit. And also has Lance Reddick, R.I.P. as Wesker. It's like fuck yeah, I'm all. That is just the worst
Yeah.
thing.
But then also like you said, Luke, like it was Lance Riddick as Wesker, like
Wesker.
dressed up as Wesker in one scene,
Yeah.
and just,
That's hard to
doing
say.
this-
Not playing Wesker, just dressed
Just-
up as Wesker.
just dressed up and like semi doing slow mo. It was wow.
It's yeah.
I know. You know, it's so funny, and I don't normally say this about a show, but if you guys follow me on it, that's fine. But I really, as like the most like cynical host on the internet, I will say I was like offended by that show. Like it borderline offended me as like a Resident Evil fan.
out
See
of
that?
all
Yeah,
the
it's
Resident
so
Evil
weird
movies,
the angle they took, which was like, what if it was a teen show about like girls going into high school? Which
Right.
I could be on board of like a horror movie about like, which is about like a creepy corporate school, but it was so bad. It was so bad. Anyway,
Right.
so
I can't, yeah, dude. Like, I can't get it. It's almost like if you were to make like Dragon Ball Z, like a high school kind of thing. I mean, it was. Oh wait, they did that too, and that was a fucking shitstorm as well.
I mean,
What? I'll
I
take it
just
that
won't
low.
I won't stand for the Dragon Ball Evolution, the greatest adaptation to that series. I won't stand for it.
So, have you guys heard about the Amazon Prime Fallout series that's coming out?
yes,
Yes.
it's got Walton Goggins as a mutant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, I wonder how much makeup they will have to apply, but that's
Right.
that's neither here nor there.
Oh my goodness! Wow, dude. They're just like, you're gonna play a ghoul. It's like, okay, am I gonna sit in the chair for 6 hours? No, you're good as is.
Yeah, you're good. You got that. You got a
Actually,
weird face.
I've never had so little I know you guys like The Last of Us, but I just don't have hope for these kind of things that much. But in a way, I feel like it's gonna go one of two ways for the Fallout series. It's either gonna be incredibly good, were really shitty, and I mean that literally
Yeah.
swinging the pendulum as far as they can go right and left between bad and good.
No common ground at all.
No common ground, because this is why I say that. This is why it's kind of like, I feel like Hitman. You can make up virtually any story, and it will probably be good if it's done correctly in Fallout. Because
there's a
it's
lot
an
of scenarios where it's just that
right, it's an open world RPG game. How can you sit there and hold them to the standard of, whatever standard you want to say? Like, it doesn't follow a timeline. Maybe the main story, if you really want it to be that, but I don't think they're going for that. If they do, they'd be really stupid, because you can just make it about anything. Or it's going to be really, really bad because, as I just said, complete reverse. People have played Fallout and they're like, I already have an idea of my perfect Fallout game, scenario, life, whatever. Fallout still lives.
There is also a lot of lore to
Right.
Fallout. A lot of lore. And the thing is that a lot of there are a lot of eras of Fallout because of how spaced out the games came. There was the Fallout 1 and 2 people. They're still around, a lot of them. And then there's the people that came in on like Fallout 3 or Fallout Vegas, which New Vegas is the standard for a lot of people. And then there were people that came around during Fallout 4. So,
even after too.
And
exactly. And
Fallout
obviously,
76.
And since then, Fallout 4 is very, very popular, but in terms of its story, it is still not it's not as well received as New Vegas has been.
Or even 3, I think.
Or even 3, yeah. 3 was controversial because of how obviously it changed, but like, how could you not? It was like we went from like a top-down 2D RPG to like an open world. So yeah, there's a lot to go on. I think broad strokes, you could do a lot because again, it's a Fallout world, and it's very interesting. So.
It's so like.
Oh, this is interesting. I feel like one of you guys is like, it's gonna be good, and the other one's like, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I think that's where it might be.
I think the track record here is something like Rings of Power.
Yes.
At Amazon.
Some people like it though.
Some people do like it.
That's
to their credit. Some people do like it, and I would say, as far as like mythology goes, Fallout is way less sacred than Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
great point.
I completely agree with you.
Great
point.
I'm
glad you brought up that point.
However,
people aren't going to get crazy about it.
I would also argue that a lot of the Ring of Power issues are not with its like fidelity to the lore. It's not.
No, I agree with that too.
It's pacing, it's characters, it's
the fleshing out of the dialogue.
It's the fact that it's not a particularly interesting series. So
right, yeah. I think people. Do you think people are going to just care about like what give the people what they want? Because like the trailer, the trailer is exactly what people wanted. They wanted to see the ghoul, they wanted to see the power armor. They're gonna want to see the familiars from the game, and it's gonna mask around like whatever they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I think if you give people that, they'll like it.
For me, at least, the thing about Fallout is that like it will probably take a while before people can decide whether it's good or bad, because there's a lot of like keys you can jangle in front of people's faces with Fallout that can trick you into thinking it's interesting because of all the factions, all the characters, all of the things. You can just like go set piece after set piece, like, oh, look at that, oh, look at that, oh, look at that, oh, we got a ghoul, oh, we got a brotherhood, oh, we got like we got Nuka-Cola, we got all types of areas we can go to that would look fun. Oh, this might be the NPC from
like Star Wars, like Mandalorian.
Pretty much, yeah. Like the new Star Wars too. Like everything. It's just like, there's a mutant. Look at him. You like him, right?
Exactly. So we'll see. I think again, it could be good, it could be bad. I don't think Amazon has a track record one way or the other to indicate whether this will be worth it or not.
Which is a good jumping off point. I know they're trying to get that home run rather than start slow. So hopefully they learn
they really
their
are.
lessons. Yeah, like they're just like not pulling any punches. They're like, we want our Game of Thrones in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. And again, the video game like series is not great. I know Paramount
fucking slamming his head against the fucking wall. Why can't we have a Game of Thrones?
I know, right? But you think about it, every streaming service wants it. Like the one that comes to mind, the most familiar one, is the Halo series. which
yeah,
notoriously bombed from what
bombed bad. Well, I mean, they set themselves up. Well, first off, because they took off Master Chief's helmet in the first episode,
which is
and then the actor comes onto the internet and says, "By the way, you all fucking suck if you don't like this show." Which is like, hey, buddy,
big no.
I respect that.
Right? Just takes his mask off and like, fuck you if you don't.
Fuck you. They shouldn't even had his face. They should just had a fucking finger flipping you off.
Yeah. And again, like the actor is the guy who played Porn Stash on Orange is the New Black. You know,
it's
he plays like his default role is East Coast trash, and we're like, by the way, that's Master Chief. Cool.
I think it's funny. There seems to be a trend going on of make a TV series now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's take something and make it a TV series, and hopefully it'll catch on.
Because if it doesn't, Rob, do they really lose? I mean, if it doesn't do well,
I will say this, and we're gonna, of course, our audience be here for the Game of Thrones reviews. You know where to listen. We're the guys that do those. I will say this: Game of Thrones still, among all of them, has the strongest standing. And the reason I say this because we talked about this already. You got done with the terrible season that everyone hated. So what do? They're like, you know what? We'll just give them what they want. We'll give them a ton of fucking dragons. And that's where they're at in the series right now. They're at a pinnacle point where there's so many dragons, so much action right now. Yeah, it's going to be almost like, how could you not like this?
And some people are like, they have forgiven them in a way. Not everybody, but some people are like, they're like, all right, you got me back in. Yeah, House of Dragons. So people are looking for that. And I think, we'll see. Fallout is a big name. The Last of Us, like you said, Rob, you're not a big fan of it, but it did well for HBO. We'll see.
Last of Us, yeah. I like I said, it's not that I didn't like it. I just don't think I'm into it as much as like I wish I was. Yeah. So let's get to some interesting news. So did you guys hear that Aquaman finally broke? One, it was heading for the flop department. So let's just be honest right there. I haven't seen it personally, and I already know a little bit about it to where I'm kind of like already like blah.
But you starred in it. What happened, Rob? I thought you were starring in the film.
Hey, I'm a Momoa lookalike, okay? Momoa twins forever, right?
You gotta support your boy, man. You gotta support
right?
So it already took in $274 million by its 14th day in the theaters, which is the Flash total earnings in 40 days. So it already did better than the Flash.
Yeah. And keep in mind, this is for like the winter period.
This is for Flash, most of the DC movies that came out.
Yeah, Flash was in the heart of summer too, like in the heat of summer.
So is that good or is that bad?
I think. Well, I would honestly say it's good because I do feel that DC was like
because Flash made 266 million.
Yeah, I do think specifically that. The DC had kind of given up on Aquaman because after everything they had to get it out. They knew they had to, but I don't think they had any faith in it either.
I have a controversial take, I think, and I think I'm going to just say it.
Yeah.
DC should just surrender to Disney.